welcome to a new video. I'm Maja and I moved from Germany to Barcelona to become a full-time artist, and I want to take you with me on my journey. Today I'm doing something different and something that feels a little bit symbolic for where I'm at right now. In this vlog you will see me paint a brand new painting, but this time on top of an old one. I painted over one of my previous artworks that I don't really connect with anymore. And I want to talk with you about why I did that, what it taught me, and how starting over sometimes can be the best decision you can make. So let's head to my art studio and start from the beginning. Before I started with my new painting, I decided to grab some of my old paintings and to pack them up. These paintings have been sitting in my studio for far too long. I finally want to hang them in my new apartment. It is such a rewarding feeling to finally see your work hanging on a wall. It is really about time that they find a home and don't collect dust in my art studio. Also, it's getting quite full and messy already with all the new paintings that I did. While packing these paintings, I realized that I didn't even paint the corners, so this was the first task of the day for me. Trying to match the exact color again and to paint the corners. This is definitely not my favorite task, but it really looks better when the corners are painted as well. Then I finally pulled out the canvas that I want to work on today. I originally painted this painting a few months ago, but every time I look at it, it didn't really felt right. I was not so happy how this painting turned out. It didn't reflect the direction I want to take my art in anymore. My style is currently evolving a lot, and this piece felt a bit like it was stuck in the past. And also, let's be honest, art supplies are expensive, and this month money has been really tight because I invested a lot in my new office space. And honestly, I couldn't afford to buy a new canvas, so I decided it would make sense to reuse an old one that I don't like so much anymore. So I covered it all in white acrylic paint and created a new blank canvas to work on. And this felt really good. It felt a bit freeing. I wasn't destroying an old painting, I was transforming it. And today I want to talk with you about this topic, that reinvention is part of growth. As artists, we are constantly evolving. Our style, our ideas, our voice, it is never static. And that's okay, or in fact, it's actually good and necessary. Sometimes we hold on to old work because we feel guilty. We think we should respect the time and effort it took to make this. But you don't owe your past self anything. What matters is what serves you now. Repainting that canvas reminded me of something really important. You're allowed to change, you're allowed to start over, and you're allowed to do it without shame or regret. And there's something really powerful about transformation. And sometimes it leads to a piece of work that feels more honest, more aligned, and more exciting. I actually like this one way better and I really enjoy looking at it. So sometimes we just need to be brave enough to go the step. Once I started, I couldn't stop. I was so much in the flow, way more than in a long time. The paint dried quickly thanks to the insane heat in the studio, and the whole piece came together in just one afternoon. That hasn't happened in a long time, or ever. But there's something I want to share. This wasn't just about convenience or budget, it was about learning to listen to myself more, to trust my instincts, even if they tell me to undo something I had already worked hard on. That is not so easy, but really necessary. Sometimes growth looks like editing, like walking away from what no longer aligns with you and your vision, like painting over what no longer feels right, so that you can create something new and meaningful. And this moment, this act of starting over, also helped me reconnect with my creative joy. I hadn't painted in a while. I'd been so caught up with life, with plans and doubts, that I lost touch with that raw excitement that comes from simply creating. But this one action, covering something old and beginning again, brought it all back. Maybe it's because it was so simple, just me, my paint, and a fresh surface. No pressure, no expectations, just flow. And that's something I hope you can take away from this. If you feel stuck or disconnected from your creative process, go back to basics. Revisit something old, change it, rework it. Give yourself permission to shift. It might be exactly what you need to move forward. This project reminded me why I started painting in the first place. It is not about creating something perfect. It's about the process, the energy, the emotion, the joy of expression. The other thing I wanted to talk about is facing our frustration and embracing our dreams. I've been feeling a bit demotivated to even go to my art studio, and that's hard to admit because I really love that place. It's beautiful and I'm so grateful for it. And it really changed a lot for me and helped me to evolve so much in the past months. But getting there has become exhausting. I now live over an hour away. I have to take 2 crowded buses and switch lines just to get there. And some days that just feels too overwhelming. Sometimes just the thought of that commute is enough to make me stay at home. But when I do that, I feel guilty for not showing up for my art. And recently I started dreaming bigger. I've been looking at storefront studios, little spaces I could rent right here in my neighborhood, somewhere I could walk to in 5 minutes, somewhere close to the art store where I can grab supplies and really big canvases and go straight into creation mode. I even found a few amazing storefronts that were only a 3-minute walk from my apartment and also just around the corner from one of the biggest art stores in town. It would be perfect. But unfortunately, I can't afford it yet. I could maybe make it work, but it would be really tight. And I think I would need to officially register as self-employed here in Spain, which comes with more responsibilities and costs. And I actually didn't plan to do it now as I'm not earning anything from my art so far. Still, I can't stop thinking about it. About having my own space, about hosting open days where you, my community, could come and visit me, about maybe even offering workshops in the future, about finally having a place where I could film more freely and speak directly to the camera without worrying about disturbing other artists around me. One thing I've learned from this is that not everything has to happen right now. Sometimes just having a dream is enough to keep you moving forward. This studio gives me something to work toward. Something to believe in. And honestly, that's the beautiful part. If we got everything we ever wanted right away, we would miss out on the journey. And the journey is where the growth happens. It's the dreaming, the striving, the small steps that make it meaningful. Every painting, every challenge, every moment of doubt or excitement, it all adds up to something bigger. So yes, I'm not there yet, but I'm getting closer, and that's what matters. So I'm done with the painting, and I can't really remember when it was the last time that I finished the painting on the same day, and it was also not the whole day. I came here in the afternoon, and I hope you can hear me because outside there's live music. I don't know why. We have here a warehouse with artists and also on the opposite of my window, and I think there are also artists, but today there's a little concert which is really nice, but unfortunately there are also kids and they are there and are playing football the whole day, and it's a little bit annoying because I want to listen to the live music. Would be nicer. So I hope you can hear me, but this is why I used my phone again as a microphone. But yes, I'm really surprised that I finished this painting today. Like I said during the painting that I wanted to do something different again. I think at the moment my art style is developing. I mean, your art style is always developing. You will always change a little bit, but I think now I have a little shift, and I really like the direction I'm going to. And yeah, I didn't like the painting that you saw earlier that I painted over. I don't know, it was not my style anymore, I think. That's why I decided to try something new, and I'm really, really happy how it turned out. And there's also a little story to this painting. Not really, but this is just a little gag, I would say, because this paint here means something. Because I think 2 days ago I walked against the window really, really, really hard. And since then I have a really big red scratch on my breast. So it's like it's me. Because yeah, it looks exactly like this. And I just found it funny to include this in my new painting. I don't know why, but yeah, I will always remember that now, and I hope it will be gone soon. And it really hurts, but I don't know how stupid can I be to rock so hard against the window. Anyway, I like this new face that I did this time. I'm really happy how it turned out, and I'm surprised that I'm already done with it. It's really cool. So I will probably bring it the next days to my home to hang it up. I'm really excited to do that. It is so hot here. I can't stand it anymore, and now I needed to close the doors so that you can understand anything, because they are so loud. And like I said earlier, I really looking forward to have maybe my own place in the future. That is something definitely for far away in the future, because I need to save some money, and there are also some requirements you need to have to rent a little shop. Would be really great to have some open days and to meet some of you guys that are here in Barcelona. And it's really hot, and I would like to have an air condition in my new place here. It's not possible, and also the possibility to speak to my camera all the time. I can do it now because nobody else is here anymore. I don't want to disturb them all the time, so that's why I never speak to my camera when somebody is here. I can't wait to one day build my little co-working space, my little lemon studio, and to invite you all work with me, to paint with me, and have a little space on my own for my people. That would be great. But now I will go. It's already really late, so let's go. this painting, this vlog, it's about so much more than just covering an old canvas. It is about growth, about change, about giving yourself permission to evolve. Whether you're an artist, a creator, a dreamer, don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. Don't be afraid to let go of what no longer fits, and don't be afraid to begin again. Because starting over isn't failure, it's freedom. And I also linked in the video description and here in the info another video where I finished one of my biggest paintings so far. So check it out if you like. Thank you so much for being here. If you're still watching, I hope this gave you a little boost of inspiration today. Let me know in the comments if you ever repainted a canvas or wanted to start fresh in any area of your life. See you next time.